You got into the safety business because you wanted to protect people, but somewhere along the way, the job started controlling your time, your schedule, your priorities, even your income potential. What if the expertise you've built over the years in the field can give you something more? More freedom, more control, more ownership of your future. I'm Sheldon Primus, the author of 7 Steps to Starting a Profitable Safety Consulting Business and the host of the Safety Consultant Podcast, with more than 350 episodes helping safety professionals become consultants and grow their career. Consulting changed my life. In fact, I'm a full-time RVer, and one consulting contract paid for my home I live in today. Now, I help safety professionals build their own consulting practice through bi-weekly coaching calls, accountability, and personal guidance. But this program isn't for everyone. Start with the Consultant Readiness Audit at sheldon.coach.
What if everything we thought we knew about safety was just interference? From the host of the Rated R Safety Show and the founder of Safety FM comes the complete Signal Transmission Trilogy, now available in one powerful edition. Safety, in my opinion, the book that started the conversation. Safety Mutation, where the boundaries of culture, systems, and belief begin to break. And now, Safety Transmission, the final piece of the signal. For the first time, all 3 books are together in one volume. The Signal Transmission Trilogy, Complete Edition. This isn't just about compliance. It's about consciousness. It's about decoding the way we think, lead, and live, inside and outside the system. Whether you've been following the signal since the beginning or you're just now tuning in, this is the version to own. Search Signal Trilogy on Amazon or visit safetyfm.com to get your copy now.
Sheldon Primus.
Welcome to the Safety Consultant Show with Sheldon Primus, where we blend safety smarts with business brilliance and a pinch of Sheldon's signature wit. Whether you're a safety pro, a fresh-faced consultant, or just safety curious, get ready for a show that'll educate, entertain, and elevate your safety game. Let's dive into the art of consulting with your safety Sherpa himself, Sheldon Primus.
This episode is powered by Safety FM.
Welcome to the Safety Consultant Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Primus. It's the podcast where I teach you the business of being a safety consultant. And I teach you a lot of stuff about EH&S. We talk to some really cool guests from time to time. And this week, I'm going to help you guys like if I were starting a business. So I'm going to do I think 3-part series, maybe 4. I'll do them really short, nice bite-sized pieces. And I'm just hoping that we're going to get just an understanding for you guys who are starting your business right now in 2026. And those of you that listen to this later, you missed it. Wait for my next one for your year. No, but everybody is in 2026. We want to start your safety consulting business. This is for you. So when I come back, we'll talk about starting a business in 2026.
We'll be back with more of Sheldon Primus and the Safety Consultant Show in just a moment.
You got into the safety business because you wanted to protect people, but somewhere along the way, the job started controlling your time, your schedule, your priorities, even your income potential. What if the expertise you've built over the years in the field can give you something more? More freedom, more control, more ownership of your future. I'm Sheldon Primus, the author of 7 Steps to Starting a Profitable Safety Consulting Business and the host of the Safety Consultant Podcast, with more than 350 episodes helping safety professionals become consultants and grow their career. Consulting changed my life. In fact, I'm a full-time RVer, and one consulting contract paid for my home I live in today. Now, I help safety professionals build their own consulting practice through bi-weekly coaching calls, accountability, and personal guidance. But this program isn't for everyone. Start with the Consultant Readiness Audit at sheldon.coach.
We now return to the Safety Consultant Show. Once again, here's Sheldon Primus.
All right, welcome back. So at the time of this recording, I am in Washington, upstate Washington. Actually, it's like, it's still the Pacific Northwest, and I'm over in a ranch area. And that's one of the things I really like about being a consultant is you could actually be wherever you need to be. Just drive around and get to your clients. So I'm going to just give you a disclaimer. There's going to be outside noise. There's going to be ranch noise. There's going to be some bird noises. I'm not in the studio. I just wanted to take the podcast outside, kind of looking at some rain. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And another disclaimer, I'm going to do all these series together, and I'm just going to break it up for you guys so you can have it in really bite-sized pieces, all right? I don't want to get you overwhelmed with all this, especially if you're about to start your own business. So that's my two disclaimer. You're going to hear the birds because we got plenty of them, and you're going to hear some wind possibly, and do my best. I got my cover, my windscreen on my mic, so it shouldn't be too bad. All right, so let's do this. Oh, another disclaimer. Disclaimer number 3. I am going to be drinking my coffee from time to time, so you hear that sip, but that's not the disclaimer. Disclaimer is parts of this is coming from what I have created, which is go to safetyconsultantblueprint.com, and you're going to see my course that I've had up for a while on safety consulting, but recently, last year, I updated it and I added some new features and even some interactive games as you go along, just to get you some good fun while you're learning about starting your business. So I have some excerpts, basically, or concepts, I should say, that is coming from the Safety Consultant Blueprint, and you can get to that by safetyconsultantblueprint.com, or you just go to sheldonprimus.com and look at the store section, and you'll see it listed there. All right, so first concept, we're going to take this just basic. Get legal. All right, that's the first thing you want to do. You want to get legal. What does that mean to you? It really depends on your jurisdiction. But the first thing you want is you want an official legal name. So when you get your name, the name is one of those things that you really want to pick and be something that you're going to have where it's some authority to it. So I have kind of changed my position from the first time I was really helping people with this. I wasn't a fan of just your name because it takes a lot of time to market you as a person. So if you had a company that was construction safety consulting, and that's your company's name, everybody knows what you do. If you're Primus Safety Consulting, okay, you know that it's a person. I don't know much about the person. I don't know what type of safety consulting they're doing. Could it be construction? Could it be general industry? And maybe that's the point. Maybe you wanted people to know that you do consulting of all brands. So before I used to say, stick to your specific niche and make it so much easier for the clients to know you are going to match up with them. However, now I've kind of changed my thought to do both if you can. Here's what I'm thinking. I know that for myself, I have a new business called Primus Innovation Network, and that's vague enough that everyone doesn't know what that would mean. I picked the Primus Innovation Network because I'm going to go ahead and do some doing business as DBA, other specific entities. So whenever I'm ready to do some stuff on consulting, I'll use a DBA for that. When I'm doing some stuff on event planning, I'll do some DBA for that. So that's going to be the way that I could separate the entities, because I do have a lot of things that I've been doing, even the training. I told you guys about my safety consultant blueprint.com. That's going to come from its own DBA eventually. I'm working on that part. But as far as the marketing part, I'm looking for growth that I could use for each component, but the marketing has to somehow meet up with the business side. So sometimes your business practicality might say it's okay to get a wider name or a broader name because you're going to be doing multiple things. So the business name is going to be personal to you. What you should be thinking about is, first and foremost, what's your core company? And you do want to think about growth, but don't get caught up on growth too much at first. At first, you need to just go ahead and get going. My first company was called Utility Compliance Inc., and I made it an S Corp, I guess, and it's up to you what you want to do. Second business was the Shelbro Safety LLC, and that was a combination of me, Sheldon, and my business partner at the time, Kevin Yarbrough, his last name Yarbrough. So we called the company Shelbro Safety. It kind of rolled off the tongue. So I don't have that business right now. It just didn't make sense for both of us to have our own business and the combined business. So again, you're going to have to kind of work it out as to what your name will be and what is your current need first before you start thinking about growth, because honestly, you could go ahead and change your name after a while. So that's don't let it be a hang up. But once you do that, the next thing that you want to do is you want to get your Gmail. It's important that you get your Gmail with your company name, because eventually you're going to want to use YouTube or some of the Google products. So you're not going to use that as your business primary email, but you are going to use that to be able to have your own specific YouTube channel and other Gmail type services. So it doesn't hurt, and actually it would hurt you for not getting your own Gmail. So go ahead and get a company Gmail, but you're going to use your own company branded email for business purposes. Which leads to the next point. How do you get your company branded email? And that's actually going to be through your own domain name. So it's important to go ahead and get your own domain name. I've been using GoDaddy for forever and a day, so that's the one that I use. But you guys could see that there's so many different avenues for domains right now. So it's up to you and your organization. However you feel is what you're going to use for your own domains. But again, I have used GoDaddy, and you want to get, like right now, I got PrimusInnovationNetwork.com. So that is where you would find me. I also have my personal name, SheldonPrimus.com. And what that will afford you is it affords you the email portion. It's another paid part of the domain. So usually they sell domain and then email separate. The email service is going to be a separate thing. Email marketing, I'll have to talk to you guys a little bit on its own because it's a really big topic. But you want to, at least in the beginning, get your own email system. All right. So that's the first plan. Now, after you get your email, that's where you're going to be sending your email your messages to different people. So for me, if you guys want to reach out to me, I like using Sheldon at SheldonPrimus.com. It becomes very easy for you guys to be able to find me, and it makes it really easy for you to go to the domain name, because that's one of the first things someone's going to do once you give them your email. They'll see what your domain is at that email, and then they'll go to the interwebs and they're going to look you up. So make it easy for them, and get your .com. .com is still king. There's other minor TLDs, so that is going to be one of those domain things that you'll have to figure out what works best for your organization. But .net's not as great, but it's second. .org is a little bit different connotation. Sometimes when you have a .org, people are thinking of you as a nonprofit or just an organization. And chances are your safety is going to be a company, and that leads to a .co. That's getting more and more accepted. But back in the day, it was .com or nothing, and then people would do the hyphenated, like if I did Sheldon-Primus.com. It doesn't have the same appeal, and people will get lost, especially when you're trying to do some marketing. So you don't want to go ahead and make it hard for someone to find you. So get a really easy domain name for them to find you as easy as possible. All right, so now we got our business name, we got our website. The next things are the practical things. You need to get insurance, especially if you're going to be going onto people's sites. And if you're going to be doing safety consulting work and working on big programs and everything, you're going to need to have error and omission, and possibly some companies are also want you to have a certain level of auto insurance if you're driving onto their facility. So go ahead and get all that stuff. It's important to get that in place. So work on your insurance. And all this stuff that I'm telling you guys, I give you more detail in the course. But right now, I just want you to have some free information for you to get started. If you're ready for details, then go to safetyconsultantblueprint.com, and I'll give you some more details. So after insurance, go to Duns and Bradstreet. That's an important number to get, and that makes your business, it kind of checks the financials of a business, but it also shows that a business is incorporated. A lot of people use the DUNS number, especially if later on you're going to try to get some government contracts if you're a nonprofit, if you set yourself up as a nonprofit. I do have a nonprofit agency called National Environmental and Occupational Safety Training, Inc., NEOSTI. So I do have the Duns and Bradstreet number. Bradstreet. Duns is what you would look up. And again, on the course, I have more details, but right now we're just talking it over. But you do need that number, especially if you're going to incorporate as a 501 for nonprofit status. Then that is important, especially trying to get some government contracts. And now, after that, you need your bank account. So that's an important one as well. So you got to have a bank account so you could deposit the money that you get as an incorporation event. You're going to try to get a PayPal account with your business name so that you could have the flexibility of using PayPal. Stripe is another one that you want. And there's a bunch of other online payment systems. So you want to get an account with them, but you're going to need a bank account to make all those things work. So go to your local bank and open an account with your business name. All right, so that's episode 1. We're just talking about getting legal, things that you need. So now just kind of re-listen to this and take it step by step, make yourself some notes. And when you come back in the next episode, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about finding clients, getting your niche selected, okay? And after that, then we're going to talk about different agencies that you should work with. And then lastly, we're going to just talk about, well, do you need certificates or specialized education for your field? So that's going to be the components that we're going to use for this setting up the business. So I thought about what would I do right now in 2026 if I was starting my business, and I'm going to pass that on to you. And if you want to get some really quick information, then go to safetyconsultantblueprint.com. And not only do we talk about it, but I give you step-by-step guidance of how to do this. So if you don't want to wait for the series to get done, then go ahead and do that. But right now, that's the end of episode 1. Go get 'em.
That's a wrap for today's safety show. Remember, safety isn't just about hard hats and caution signs. It's about business smarts too. Thanks for joining us on the Safety Consultant Show with Sheldon Primus. Until next time, stay safe, stay savvy, and keep consulting like a boss. Go get 'em. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast or broadcast are those of the host and its guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the company. Examples of analysis discussed within the past hour, only examples. It should not be utilized in the real world as the only solution available, as they are based only on very limited and dated open source information. Assumptions made within this analysis are not reflective of the positions of the company. No part of this podcast or broadcast may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means, mechanical, electronic recording, or otherwise, without prior written permission of the creator of the podcast or broadcast, Sheldon Primus.
This episode has been powered by Safety FM.
You got into the safety business because you wanted to protect people, but somewhere along the way, the job started controlling your time, your schedule, your priorities, even your income potential. What if the expertise you've built over the years in the field can give you something more? More freedom, more control, more ownership of your future. I'm Sheldon Primus, the author of 7 Steps to Starting a Profitable Safety Consulting Business and the host of the Safety Consultant Podcast, with more than 350 episodes helping safety professionals become consultants and grow their career. Consulting changed my life. In fact, I'm a full-time RVer, and one consulting contract paid for my home I live in today. Now, I help safety professionals build their own consulting practice through bi-weekly coaching calls, accountability, and personal guidance. But this program isn't for everyone. Start with the Consultant Readiness Audit at sheldon.coach.
What if everything we thought we knew about safety was just interference? From the host of the Rated R Safety Show and the founder of Safety FM comes the complete Signal Transmission Trilogy, now available in one powerful edition. Safety, in my opinion, the book that started the conversation. Safety Mutation, where the boundaries of culture, systems, and belief begin to break. And now, Safety Transmission, the final piece of the signal. For the first time, all 3 books are together in one volume. The Signal Transmission Trilogy, Complete Edition. This isn't just about compliance. It's about consciousness. It's about decoding the way we think, lead, and live, inside and outside the system. Whether you've been following the signal since the beginning or you're just now tuning in, this is the version to own. Search Signal Trilogy on Amazon or visit safetyfm.com to get your copy now.